classroom, but go beyond the school premises. And this is the rationale for internationalization. The Philippines is about, what? How many islands do we have? 7,000? How many?
30 even.
So many.
Too many.
So
30.
many islands actually. And people
30,000.
think, Filipinos think that this is the whole world for us. But as mentioned, one of the speakers said that we have now the ASEAN community that brings together 10 countries. The world is getting bigger. But the world is not getting bigger at ASEAN. We still have the world to contend with, the 7 continents filled with more than 150 countries. Our classroom then has to make sure that we're able to touch base with as many countries as possible because we need to prepare students for the world actually. So the new classroom prepares us either face-to-face or distance learning, or opportunities for exchanges actually can happen as well. Because the new world is actually something that we have to prepare our students. Take a look at your seatmate. Your seatmate looks like somebody from the Philippines, you know. I've attended several ASEAN conferences, and I break into Tagalog or Filipino most often, only to realize that they're not Filipinos. They're from Indonesia, they're from Malaysia, Brunei, etc. And so our world of business is also getting there. But the thing is, we have to prepare, and this is the role that education should have right now. Have you ever asked yourself what internationalization is all about? Why our institution wants to internationalize? Which elements do we see that are most important in internationalization, and how the quality of internationalization will interact with various things? So internationalization is actually bringing together several countries, not only physically, but all the other elements that we have. What happened? Can you just click? Why? Because we want to make sure that we broaden the skills of everyone. Just click. Internationalization, common global views. There is a particular organization that actually does a survey on why schools or educational facilities want to do internationalization. And this would include enhance outgoing mobility opportunities for students. The students now are actually wanting to go outside of their own country. There are also opportunities for research collaboration. So I was very happy to listen to one of our presenters who said that they have so many international journals, research journals, and this is something of interest to us as well. This also enhances outgoing mobility opportunities for faculty and staff, as mentioned by the president from Turnout Agricultural University. It should not only be students, faculty and staff should also be aware of what's happening. Just right now, when we were viewing the corporate videos of different universities, we saw that we could also actually benchmark also with our colleagues here in the Philippines. And we also need to make sure that our curriculum is internationalized. Otherwise, we will all be left behind. So we have to make sure that we prepare our students. Before we can even prepare our students, we've got to prepare our faculty and staff as well. So, where and how do we begin to do that? We begin the curriculum as the backbone of internationalization process, and internationalization at home as a heart, as mentioned by Jay Knight in 1993. A comprehensive internationalization is a commitment. It's confirmed through the teaching and learning, research and service missions of any higher education. It touches the entire higher education institution. So we have here most probably just representatives of the various 23 organizations, but it should not start with a MOA signing. It should be spread to the other members of the community of your university. So some definitions I included, but let me go to a very nice schematic diagram. the heart. Internationalization is at the heart. This is a very backbone that works on the process of internationalization. That includes the formal curriculum. How do we enhance formal curriculum? Beyond the government requirements of the curricula, try to incorporate as many international elements in your curriculum. That includes TOEIC, the English as a medium of instruction, should be something that we should also push forward. And there is the informal curriculum as well. When students go to another country to study, they actually interact with classmates from a different, from that particular country. And so there is much learning that happens. Our usherettes this morning are actually members of the Young Educators Guild. They are student tutors for international students that come in to learn English. Beyond the classroom walls, we give them opportunities to actually learn about the culture of the Philippines and how best to teach them that through a peer that can actually talk the same lingo as the student. So there are different approaches to internationalization that has formal, informal. It also makes sure that elements of culture is integrated. The teaching and learning opportunities actually are embedded to make sure that learning outcomes happen. And it integrates as many stakeholders as possible. So from concept to reality, how do we do it in LPU? We start with our vision. This is where everybody puts their head together to make sure that we realize our vision. To be an internationally accredited university dedicated to innovation and excellence in the service of God and country. We constantly review it every time so that this occupies the conscious and the unconscious mind of every LPU member here. The quality assurance roadmap actually is detailed to make sure that by 2023 we become internationally recognized, accredited. And to this end, we have indicated what are the steps that we need to do. We have put a check mark already on some of this. So the curriculum as the heart is very important. How do we do this? We make sure that we comply with the CHED policy standard requirements, but we also make sure that we include international online courses. We also make sure that we pursue local and international program and institutional accreditation. If you take a look at the bottom part of our PowerPoint presentation slides, we've got a lot of international partners there. We also have integration of international certification into the various courses and programs. And Dr. Karen mentioned about the Asia Pacific Events certification program, where all the LPU campuses are a member of. We have the reality also. We have institutional accreditation certification. It includes IIP. This is the Investors in People, Investors in People, which is an international standard that has 14 criteria. And we have to make sure that everybody understands that management is also relying on the human resource to make sure that things do happen in the university. We also have our ISO compliance audits. We have a quality management system as well as the environmental management system. We call this now our integrated management system here. We have the QS standard, which we just recently received a few years back. Our program accreditation for the ICE includes, for tourism and hospitality includes the ICE. We also have our Microsoft My School, and we have various online courses as well. Our students, they undergo either inbound or outbound exchange programs. We have international programs as well as international practical opportunities. Our faculty and staff have been allowed opportunities for exchange program or visiting guest lecture series where they come here or we go out, and we also have extension activities. The reality also, we have to make sure that we attend conferences. And so when Dr. Inigo mentioned, we might plan already for the first LISTA conference, maybe next year. This would be a nice opportunity now to share our research, common collaborations on research, as well as attend workshop and fora. We have linkages and network for local and international organizations, both public and private. We have membership in various organizations as well, including ICWAE, ADRI, APACRI, ATRA, and others as well. And our strategic plans make sure that we measure every international linkage opportunity that we have, and this is beyond signing. So the first step that we will do is signing, but we want to make sure that we keep it warm. And so that is why the layout of the seating arrangement, we have embraced the Indonesian friends in between the Philippine schools that we have here. So the call to action for everyone here in this room moving forward is to be hospitable. Why? Because being hospitable means be hardworking. The signing is the easiest part, but working to make sure that the elements of the MOA come alive will involve a lot of hard work for everyone here in this room. Be optimistic. Of the 23 MOAs that we will be signing today, I hope that maybe we can put alive or create an opportunity for us to strengthen maybe at least 5 of the MOAs that we have. But it would be nice if we can really strengthen all the 23 MOAs that we have, that we sign. Be systematic, meaning to say, it is not just you, it is not just you, it is not just me who will work on making sure that the MOAs are alive, but we have to involve all the members of our communities, all the deans, all the support units like the library, the research center, the community outreach and service learning, artists, the arts and cultural affairs department, etc. Everyone should actually be involved to make sure that we are able to keep alive the MOAs that we have here. Be patient. It will not happen overnight. It will take some time for us to work on it, but everything will happen in His time. Be industry relevant. So, if we are schools, we have to make sure that whatever we're doing will become relevant to the industry who will absorb many of our graduates, and be tireless. It is never ending. If an email is not enough, a WhatsApp message, a PM message is good enough, etc. But you've got to exhaust all means to make sure that we're able to communicate with everyone. Be accessible. How many of us have email addresses, and yet we have 1,000 emails that remain unanswered? So I hope that we make sure, especially if you're looking at international partnerships, a call or a physical visit is going to be very expensive. But we have to use whatever platform are available. The internet has a lot of this. And so if you're able to do WhatsApp, WeChat, whatever platform, we've got to make sure we use that to our advantage. Be bold. Look at things that we can look at to partner with everyone. So initially, the elements of the MOA include research collaboration, exchange of faculty, etc. Let's look at other elements that we can do exchange programs with. And be liberal. Take a look at what other things that you can offer. And of course, smile. Be enthusiastic about this opportunity that we have, that ADRI has given us this morning. It's more fun in the Philippines, but internationalizing with ADRI is more fun. So thank you very much. I am at your service, Tina Aquino. So I'm just an email away. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director Aquino. And now we proceed to the MOU signing. And before signing with our partners from Indonesia, we'll have first the signing of MOU with the Philippine HEIs. So may I request the representatives of the 4 schools to please come up on stage. Representative from Laisif, the Philippines University, and then the second table is from Ilmus Institute of Science and Technology.